And good morning, race fans. Welcome to Today's Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter along with our odds maker, Keith Few. Still a little rain out there, but that's not going to scare you away. We have a nice card today, nice carryover in our Pick 6. It's Stronach 5 Day. The Stronach 5 is going to start right here today at Laurel Park. Let's show you what's going on with the Stronach 5. It's a guaranteed $100,000 pool, industry low, 12% takeout. There are the racetracks that are participating today. Laurel Park, races 8 and 9, Gulfstream 9 and 10, and Golden Gate Fields, race 3. Let's show you the exact lineup of races, then I'll show you my ticket real quick. We're going to get underway. Laurel Park, race 8 at $352. Big field, Laurel Park, race 8. We've had a few scratches. We'll go over everything for you. Laurel Park, race 9's leg B. Then we go down to Gulfstream Park. They're underway with their championship meet down there. Gulfstream race 9 will be leg C. Then Golden Gate Fields, race 3 will be leg D. Then Gulfstream race 10 will be leg E. Let's pop up my ticket real quick. I'm going after the Stronach 5 today. I gave a winning ticket out a couple weeks ago for $800. Gave out a pick 5 ticket last Sunday for $600. I'm looking for 3 weekends in a row. I need to give out a big score here, Keith. Got to try to keep the momentum going. There's my ticket, a $72 ticket. You can study that ticket some more and all of our picks for today on the website, laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section. So races 8 and 9 are going to have a lot of national attention today as they're part of that Stronach 5.
Oh, yeah, we see that. Our handles in those races usually pick up a little bit. Key scratch in the 9th is the morning line favorite. Has been scratched out of that race. Factor it in. But, yeah, you're going to have to do a little bit of work to get through these races.
Yep.
There's no doubt about it. And, dealing with some weather as well. We'll see if this rain keeps up.
Pick 6 as well. Nice pick 6 carryover. Starts in race 4 on the 9-race program. There's the carryover, $13,336. Tim Tulloch has a ticket for that. We'll show you that when we get to race 4. That'll be on the website as well, laurelpark.com. We're going to have a big week, and it's the holidays. Santa's coming to town tomorrow. Breakfast with Santa tomorrow right here at Laurel Park. Starts at 9:30. 9:30 to 1:30, breakfast with Santa, breakfast buffet, hot chocolate bar, a kitty canvas painting. You can find out more information on our website, laurelpark.com. So that's going to be a big attraction tomorrow. Let's get right to it today. Let's show you a picture of the main track. We've had some rain, as you were mentioning.
There it is.
Your thoughts on how the track will be today?
Yeah, right now seal tight, muddy. We're going to start it. We'll see if the rain picks up in intensity. If we've got to change it, I know you and Tim will keep everybody apprised of the situations. We'll call you from upstairs if we've got any update for you. But right now, muddy and sealed for this racetrack.
All right, let's get right to it here. Race 1's going to kick off that popular early pick 5. It's a mandatory payout on the early pick 5, and just like all the pick 5s around here at Laurel Park, features that industry low 12% takeout. Race 1, we're going 6 furlongs on a muddy track. Maiden claiming 16,000 3-year-olds and up. I go with the 1 Winston's Way, my top pick. Okay. 3-year-old by Street Magician for trainer Amy Hall. Carol Cedeno will ride this horse in OK 4th last out against Maiden 25. That was the first start on the main track. Had to break from the inside, just like he's going to have to break from the inside today. Doesn't have much early speed, but he drops to the maiden 16 on the dirt today. It's the cheapest he's run for on the dirt. Doesn't catch the toughest group. So I hope the Street Magicians, they do okay on an off track. So I'll go with Winston's Way on top.
Yeah, you got Stormy Atlantic on the bottom. You know those horses can run on anything. Yeah, scratch the 4 HRH Jelly Bean. I chalk it up here with the 5. I know the 1's got the early money. I still think the 5 is going to go off the favorite in here. Both of these horses dropping. Great Go-Go just kind of discouraged last time. Was caught wide against a really tough racehorse in Let's Play 9, who just galloped that day with a buyer of 85. Pretty good the time before in the maiden 40, kind of a give up. I mean, if Master Distiller showed me any life last time, I guess I'd give him a shot second off the shelf. Boy, he showed some talent early in his career, but I think it's the 5's race to lose on the front end here. Tim Keefe and Avalon Farm with a drop with this Maryland bred.
Yeah, should be tough. Great Notion, our leading sire here in Maryland. He's rolling up there at Northview Stallion Station out of a 2-punch mare. So 1-5 for me, 5-1 for Keith
little
here.
Jack Harmon.
And Jack Harmon exacta here in the opener. Keith likes the early pick 4. That starts in race 2. Let's take a look at at your ticket and see how you play it.
Yeah, you know what? It's just, man, chasing these pick fours, trying to get them to come through. We've been giving out a lot of winners, exactas, tries, and supers. I think the whole gang's been doing great day in and day out.
We're trying to
connect. Yeah, but we're giving you lots of winners. And if you've been boxing these 4 horses, man, you've been making some money. $24 ticket for the early pick 4. 1, 4, 5, 6. I think race 2 is a tough little race here for the 2-year-old fillies going a route of ground. Going to go a mile. Third race, we pare it down a little bit to the 6 and the 9 price shot there with Bob's My Uncle, who doesn't mind a little moisture in the racetrack. Fourth race, we go 1 and 5 and wrap it up 3 deep in the 5th with the 2, 4, and 6. 2 Claudios and a Mary Epler might complete that early pick 4 for you. $24 ticket. How about the Ravens last night, too?
Big win.
I'm coming off of that win last night. Went down to the stadium. That place was rocking pretty good. That was a good time.
Yeah. Baltimore Ravens, the favorites to run the table now, knock on wood. So, all right, so the sports mojo pretty good right now in the area. Let's take a look here at race 2. We're going a flat mile, 16,000 starter allowance for 2-year-old fillies, optional claiming 16,000. I go with the 4 on top here. Paisley Singing for trainer Charlie A. Frock. Avery Wisman, the 5-pound bug, rides his 2-year-old daughter of Golden Lad. And how about Golden Lad? A Medallia de Oro sire, stands for 5,000 up there at Northview. The leading freshman sire in the Mid-Atlantic, the sire of Hello Beautiful, Maryland Million winner. So I like Paisley Singing. A nice win against Allowance Company last out. She's eligible for the starter allowance condition. She ran for maiden 16 back in July. So I think the 4 Paisley Singing going to be tough. Galloped in the slop last out, and it gets an off track once again today.
Yeah, just a little different horse since the race at Timonium, right? Man, scored at a big price, beat the boys that day, and what a job they've done with this 2-year-old filly. Bargain basement price for $1,000.
Yeah.
That's what I love about the game. You know, you don't have to go spend $150,000, $300,000 to get yourself a runner. They struck it quite well with this purchase. And Paisley Singing, one thing is she's tough. She's gritty. I mean, she's got a little bit of speed. She's got some stamina. She's going to fight you tooth and nail. She's got some other, horses maybe to deal with. She's going to have to maybe deal with this 2-horse from the inside a little bit with some early pace. But, man, I love the effort she gave. Got away at a great price last time at 5-1. She's a forward factor throughout. I know Charlie Frock, I saw him the other night at Readers up in Reisterstown.
Right.
He was licking his chops. He's going to run her right back in his 16 starter. I said, man, well, she's going to be tough. And look at this. She's 5-2 on the line. Maybe a touch lower with the scratch of the 3. I go inside with the 1, Wiggle and Jiggle. Blinkers went on, and we've got a replay of that last race. And what a different type of effort. Just kind of dull for maiden 40s in debut. But this move to the blinkers has been a good one for Ham Smith of late. And looking at the breeding and looking at this moisture in the racetrack, I think this horse is going to love this type of racetrack today. Wiggle and Jiggle is going to shift out about 5 wide at the quarter pole. Much more focused this afternoon, and rolls home. Look how eager this horse is through the final 3/16 of a mile, straight and true, just widening here under powerful ride by Carrasco. He's back, shaking it up. The stallion, you don't see a whole lot of them, but kind of new. But they're okay. They're 20% with the dirt routers. I like the widening effort. I think this horse is going to be okay, and you get a little value with the 1, Wiggle and Jiggle.
All right, so I like the 1. We both like the 1 in the 4. We both like the 6 as well here. Landing zone for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. Claudio's rolling in this 2-year-old filly by morning line. A useful second right here at Laurel Park. First off the claim, beaten favored against 40,000 starter. Finds a little easier spot today, though, in for the 16 starter.
Yeah, no doubt. A user stretching out. Kind of a mild rally last time. Not as authoritative as you'd like to see through the last 8th of a mile. You don't have the 5 on a ticket at all. She's still in here, right? Naughty Thoughts. Interesting. 2-time winner. That race was pretty good last time. I know she was beaten 13 3/4, but called that chart. You see, mild effort. She was willing to the wire against a much better group of 2-year-old fillies. Is she coming back a little quick, I guess is the question. But she looks like, she's got some finish to her races at the 6 and the 7. The miles should be okay for her. I think she's going to be an awfully short price, so you're opting for a little bit better value, and I like that. We always like the value.
Yeah, well, 5's going to be the favorite. Running back a little quick, and I'm staying away from the barn here for a while.
Okay.
Just for my own reasons. So
okay.
Let's see how she does here.
All right.
coming back. Let's take a look here at the third. Race 3 is going to start off our rolling super high five with that low 15% takeout. Nice carryover in race 3 for the super high five. It's $2,801, $2,800. Let's call it $2,800 here for the super high five. Starts here in race 3. We have it every race with 7 or more horses, so keep your eye on that throughout the day. Race 3, we're going to miles at $8,000 starter allowance for 3-year-olds and upward. Optional claiming $16,000. I'm going to go with the price play on top here. The one Try Flying with Trevor McCarthy aboard for Jamie Ness. A sharp win 2 starts ago at Penn National with a 75 buyer. Ran beaten favored last out at this level, so third behind Haynes Fever and My Eminence, who he's got to face off against once again today. But I'm just thinking the horse can maybe bounce back to a bigger effort today. He's in very good form since Ness claimed this horse back in August. Hasn't been worse than third. I think we get a big effort today from Try Flying, a 6-time winner going a mile and 3 wins in the off going. So that's all covered there. So we might get a little decent price here on the one Try Flying.
Yeah, stuck down inside, but that doesn't really bother me. I mean, he's shown the dimension to be able to close, Stan, in some of his races. Last time he had to do the dirty work, Haynes Fever took advantage maybe of a slightly paceless race and just went right to the front and dictated. He's going to have a little bit more company this afternoon as the 5, Haynes Fever. I would have liked to seen the 4 stay in, would have been part of that pace flow, but you've got Blame the Kids here, the 6 with Kieran. I think he's going to be a bounce back with an effort. A real good try, 2 races back off of a layoff on a sloppy sealed surface. Got the setup, was able to roll through and get it done. I think he can repeat that effort today.
I think we have it. Let's show it. October 20th in the slot, coming off the layoff against Open 16,000 company. Let's show you that win.
Yeah.
This was his second win in the off going. This horse 5 for 7 in the off going.
Yeah, and Weston had to stay after him this day to keep within range. But I like the gradual, progression up to the leaders. Is going to be able to find that seam. Is Blame the Kids, and look at this record on a wet track stand. 7 starts. 2 wins, a second, 2/3. His top fig is on an off track. He just faced a much better group last time. Had 2 other than Tappan, Cat, Duffus Hombre, Charging Storm. Just maybe a little bit better animals. But I tell you, and he could have bounced a hair off of that race. He comes back. I know he wants some more rain this afternoon. He just might get it. Blame the Kids fires from off the pace today on the drop back to the more realistic spot.
All right, certainly loves splashing around in the mud that day, and this will be as that was coming off the layoff. Might have bounced a little bit off the layoff on a fast track, and now third race off the layoff. And I might have messed up not using this one. You get Centron, one of the leading riders aboard Blame the Kids. I overlook a little bit here. The one I have on top, the 5, Haynes Fever, won this condition last out with the Ty Liapustina. Fired a big 83 buyer speed figure. You wonder where that come from, and can this 4-year-old by Haynesfield come right back and duplicate it? I think he runs well, but I'm just seeing if Try Flying can turn the tables.
Yeah, I think he can. I just think he got away with it awfully easy up front last time. He's never brought that race to the table. Is he going to do it twice? I don't know. With some other pace pressure, he's run okay on an off track. But I think a horse like Sparty is going to be hounding him every step of the way. Sparty is game as they come. He'll sit and make a move into it and fight it out. And don't leave out Bob's My Uncle. He was hampered by a slow pace last time. They went slow early. Bobby G rolled home late. This horse has some races on his page. He's not a Delaware horse. He's run all right at Laurel. 6 wins out of 43 starts with 10 seconds. I think he can complete your exacta at a double-digit price.
All right, so we're all over the place here in race 3. So it's a wide-open, competitive race. Take out the 4, Unbridled Outlaw, who was 7-2, but still a nice 8-horse field, 8,000 starter allowance, going a mile. Bunch of competitive runners there in the third. Let's turn the page. Race 4 will kick off today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Nice carryover today in the Pick 6. $13,336 starts in race 4. We also kick off the middle Pick 4 in this race. Tim Tulloch, he has a ticket for today's Rainbow Pick 6. Let's check it out here. $48 ticket. He goes with the 1-5 here in the first leg. I like both the 1 and the 5. His single comes in race 7. He singles on the 2, Omni Diva from the Mark Reed barn. An awesome, again, filly. Ran well in debut and gets 7 furlongs today. I have the 2, Omni Diva, on top in race 7.
Okay.
So I like Tim's single there.
Man, that's a bold move. I thought that was a really wide open race. Those horses got away with some easy early internals. I know Princess Adira, a nice filly, but boy, Boy, if I'd had to pick a race, you can say if there's a race you're going to single, I wouldn't have picked race 7. But best of luck for that $48 ticket. Tim can certainly get it done. We've seen it time and time again.
Yep, let's take a look here at race 4, going 7 furlongs, claiming 16,000 filly mares, 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. Claudio has one of the favorites here with the One Passions Image, second at this level last out, but I go with the 5. So do you.
Yeah.
My best bet of the day, Too Much Minutia for Jamie Ness, is dropping out of tougher company. She's been running okay against 25,000 starter allowance. Those races can come up a little tough. She's held her own against those. And now this 3-year-old by Jamala just takes a little drop in class today. She gets Trevor McCarthy. She'll get a nice trip on the outside. She broke her maiden right here at Laurel Park back in October. This will be her first go in the off going, so we'll have to. That's a little bit of a question mark, but I have Too Much Minutia on top.
Yeah, they're close. The 1 and the 5 to me. Going out to the 7 furlongs, I maybe prefer the 5. A little bit more stamina built up off of that mile race, and a little bit better horses, I believe, when it's all said and done. Sexyama, the 3rd place finisher, came back to drop to the 16 to this level and just missed. Too Much Minutia. I think will be positioned maybe on the lead or just off of it. Passion's Image, yeah, it looks to be improving. I just think the 5 comes out a little bit better. This is just what she needs, And this owner-trainer combo, they've been good year in and year out. They're about 18, 19% throughout the last 4 or 5 years. So Acclaim Racing, not want to take, they'll take the aggressive move to get done. Not super aggressive. This is what the doctor orders, just a slight drop in class for the 5.
All right, so we both have the 5 on top. The 2 the 2 and the 3, we both like to round out the super. My Side Princess, an okay 3rd when she dropped to this level last out. And Mary's Jewel went a mile last out and weak and cuts back to 7 furlongs today. They take the blinkers off. And Miguel Vera gets Alex Cintron to take the call here on the 3, Mary's Jewel at 8-1.
And does have a win over this type, what's probably going to be this type of racetrack today.
Okay, all right, so we both have the 5, Too Much Minutia on top there, and race 4 to kick off the pick 6. Let's get a quick commercial break. Late pick 5 here at Laurel Park starts in race 5. Then that popular national wager, the Stronach 5, starts in race 8 right here at Laurel Park. We'll check it all out right after this.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet.
All right, welcome back. Today's late pick 5 starts in race 5. No carryover, but as always, that industry low 12% takeout means you get more cash back in your pockets when you hit the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Let's take a look here at the 5th. We're going a flat mile, 25,000 starter allowance for filly mares 3 and up. Never won 3. That's one of the conditions. The other condition is claiming 25,000 in which have never won 3 for 3 and up. Then they've added another condition to this race. Am I reading this right?
And then straight 3-year-olds.
Or straight 3-year-old fillies claiming 25,000. And that comes into effect in a later on race. I think I like a 3-year-old filly. But I think the last race today.
Okay.
Well, let's take a look here at the 5th race. So a new condition. I like this condition. I have the Uncle Mo filly on top. So do you.
Yeah.
The 2 Mia Gift for Claudio Gonzalez. She's won 2 in a row. Dirt last time. Victor, so turf, dirt, doesn't matter. You get Victor Carrasco today. She did try an off going once and didn't run very well, but that was way last December when she was a 2-year-old going short. So she's a different animal now. We both have Mia Gift on top.
Yeah, I agree with you. I give her a slight edge over the 4 Pearl Gem and the other Claudio jumping Michelle. But Mia Gift kind of against the grain of the racetrack, 3 wide on the 10th where the inside was good, was still able to wear down the speed that afternoon to the inside today. Probably going to get that stalking trip because Jumping Michelle looked like kind of a different horse last time. A little bit more speed, a little more keen and widen. The only negative factor, it's hard to find a negative stat on Claudia, but he's only about 14%. We say only 14%. Winners last out, now going sprint to route. So Mia Gift with a little bit more bottom underneath of her. I think she's improving a little bit as well. I'll give her a slight edge. But don't forget Pearl Gem. I know Mary Epler a little bit light in the percentages right now. Her horses are going to start running and winning. Pearl Gem fits here. She's obviously had to face Warm, who's out of this race. So really going to bring the odds down out of here, because Warm was going to probably be about what I had the horse line 6-5 was going to be about even money, maybe even 4-5 when it was all said and done. But Pearl Gem, I think, has got plenty of bottom. I never worry about Mary Epler horses off a little layoff trying to get a route of ground. They'll be ready to go.
All right, so I used the 4 a little bit. Yeah, big late scratch with the 9 Warm. She was your 6-5 morning line favorite. Take out the 5 and the 7 as well. So we both have the 2 Mia Gift on top there. Claudia's going to be tough. He has the 2. Well, Jumping Michelle, I use a little bit. I know she could just be one of those closing sprinters.
Right.
And you think they're going to go long, and we'll see today. She certainly ran a big race last time. I wouldn't change anything, but I'm not hitting that 31% at the meet like Claudia is, so he can take a shot.
Okay.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 6 is going to kick off the late pick 4. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming 5,000. Filly mares 3 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months or never won 4. That's the condition. Let's start with the 1. We both have the 1 Midnight Crossing on top. She's won 2 in a row for trainer Damon Dildovico. Horacio Caramanos will ride. Let's show you her last win, November 21st, right here at Laurel against Nickel 3 Life, going 7 furlongs. She's the 7 this day. And she's going to rally she's going to rally, where is she there?
Just off the pace,
comes in between horses.
Yeah, under a hustling ride there in the green silks. And I tell you, Arasha's going to have to stay after every step of the way, but she's going to be able to kind of get the lead near mid-stretch and hold off Lady Kim, who had a little bit of trouble in this race. And Lady Kim, a 5-time winner who we'll see later this afternoon. So, yeah, this one fits the condition because she's only won 3. This is a 4 in life as well. And I tell you, Midnight Crossing, when Damon gets him winning, especially to lower level, they usually keep winning. I mean, they spot their horses quite well. And she's going to hold on here late. I think she can make it 3 in a row off a little bit of a layoff from August to November. And how about that? We talk about Damon. Last 3 years on the dirt, 7 for 15, 47%. Winner last out and running for less than 10,000. Look at the ROI,
nice
489. Yeah, I know she draws inside. I think she's going to be able to kind of move up into position, just like Horacio did. That's what I like. He was riding, into her around the turn, and she sustained. I like that. So, I think she can kind of hold position, even have to be able to use hard to get that position. Your blow up maybe to use in the exactas underneath the 11 Majestic pick. I just think the sprint is a better fit for this one, trying to scramble and find some kind of horse that could be about 15-1. I think this is the one. The 6-year-old mare has had a lot of chances, but a 3-back race puts her into the mix.
How about Grecian Dancer, the 13 we both use? Yomar Ortiz aboard for Leonard Downs, so some under-the-radar connections here. You're going to get a nice, generous price here on this 4-year-old daughter of Frisian Fire. She's been right there the last 3 starts at this level. A real good third last out, just got beat 3/4 of a length. So she'll get a nice trip on the outside. She's 0 for 3 at this distance, 0 for 3 on an off track. But I think she's a useful play in this race.
No doubt. Is working back into some of her best form, and I'm not concerned about the off track for her. She's hit the board a couple times, and Ortiz is getting along with her. Knowing when to kind of push the button and have her make her run. So, yeah, certainly fits in here.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 7's a nice maiden special weight to kick off the final pick 3 of the afternoon. We're going 7 furlongs, maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies. I have the 2 on top. Tim singles on the 2. You don't like the 2. Omni Diva for trainer Mark Reed, a well-bred daughter of Awesome Again. I thought the debut was a useful one. Mid-November, maiden special weight, 6 furlongs, bet down to about 5-2 that day. Had a wide rally, finished a good third, and okay 51 by her speed figure. I like what Mark Reed has done since even better. He's waited about a month to run this well-bred filly back, and he has 2 useful works since the debut. a couple nice half-mile works. One was a bullet December 5th at Pimlico, and now we get 7 furlongs. Kevin Gomez gets aboard. So I like everything Mark Reed has done with this filly. So I pick Omni Diva on top.
Yeah, I mean, she was against it that way, 3 wide on an inside favoring day. The race that Sudden Brilliance came out of, they went slow early. I mean, and Sudden Brilliance couldn't last. That was my biggest concern with that one. She's tried hard. Don't get me wrong on the 10. I like the 2 a little bit better than the 10, but I'm going to go around and try to look for some prices in race 7. 1 being the 1 factor in the heat for Mary Upler. I just think this horse is bred better for the dirt than the turf. Plenty of bottom. Turf to dirt's going to work for me here. Mary Upler with a positive ROI. This horse is a half the T-Sizzle, steamy hot, the family of purely hot. So lots of winners on the main track. Here's a sneaky little price shot to come running from mid-pack.
Sure, Karamanos and Mary, they can blow it up with the price. I like the factor in the off-goings. I didn't use the 1. We both like the 4. Straight Nonsense for trainer Kenny Cox, a 2-year-old filly by Straight Sense. They paid $80,000 for this past May at the Timonium 2-year-old in training sale. And if the works are in it, if the works are any indication how this filly's doing, she's doing phenomenal. You see a couple bullet workouts on the work tab. A recent 3 furlong, 35-3 from the gate, and that was after a 101 bullet late November. So a bunch of flashy works for a Straight Sense filly. They paid $80,000 for, and you get Angel Cruz aboard. You like the 4 as well.
Yeah, first foal here. Second dam was stakes placed. My only concern is there was a little break in the works. From September to October, a little bit of a break there. But yeah, $80,000 purchase could work in here. How about the 8, Evocative? You don't have this horse. Jonathan Thomas shipping one down from Belmont. Didn't run terrible in debut on the turf. Here's another one, though, I think. Dirt is going to be the key. By Pioneer of the Nile, the mare, 2 for 13. Both wins going a little bit longer on the dirt. Slew of multiple winning dirt sieves and some horses that won a lot. Half the Bakken, who made $223,000, ran upwards of a 101 buyer. Another one in there made a lot of money. A $317 earner, $315 earner. There's money on the dirt in this family. I think Evocative is going to show up here today.
Well, she's a well-bred filly for a barn that wins at 30% with maidens making their second start. I didn't use the 1 or the 8.
Another race, we're all over the map.
Another race, a big field here, big 10-horse field. Take out the 6 Gallsy. I like the 10 a little bit. Sudden Brilliance for Jesse Cruz. A couple big efforts. Good second on the turf in debut back in early October. Came back mid-November, and a real good second. Beat Omni Diva. So I have Omni Diva on top. I have to like the 10 Sudden Brilliance as well. Wasabi Venture, stable filly by Blame. Jesse Cruz, Carol Sedania has speed on the outside. Yeah. Might get a real nice trip.
Yeah, should. I mean, a little bit of experience has shown to be forward in both races, though. The only knock had the rail and got away with some slower fractions last time out. That was my only concern about Sudden Brilliance. Yeah, I'm going to take a little shot at some prices with the 1. I really don't know. The money could really come in on this 8. Some New York money might come in on Evocative. I found this a very difficult race to line.
Well, the money's going to come in on the Grand Motion field.
And we didn't even talk about her,
Wendy
right?
Lane. We both used the 7.
Into the mix. The only stat here, another one I don't like. Graham, last 3 years on the dirt at Laurel with maiden special weight first-time starters, 2-year-old variety. I know it's a lot here. He's only 2 for 23. 9 for 23 to my 2 for 23, 2-year-old maiden special weight first-time starters on the dirt at Laurel the last 3 years. But, 3 winning siblings, including a 6-time winner, Ferretti, who made almost $400,000, a little over $400,000, and ran upwards of a 90. So, yeah, the family's there, but will this horse click first time out?
Sure. Yeah. All right. So nice maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies there. In race 7, let's turn the page. Race 8 kicks off the popular national wager, the Stronach 5 with that guaranteed $100,000 pool. Industry low, 12% takeout. There's the racetracks that are participating today. You have Laurel Park races 8 and 9. Gulfstream races 9 and 10, and Golden Gate Fields race 3. Let's check out the lineup of races, then I'll show you my ticket. It's going to start at about 3:52 Eastern time. Laurel Park race 8. All right, then Laurel Park race 9 is leg B. Gulfstream race 9 is leg C. Golden Gate Fields race 3 is leg D. Then Gulfstream Park race 10 is leg E. Let's check out my ticket real quick. I have a $72 ticket. You can study this ticket some more on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. I could not find a single. In the first leg here, I have the 2 favorites, the 8 Towson and the 11 Lady Kim. So I need the 2 favorites to get me live here in the first leg. I go 3 deep in leg B, Laurel Park race 9. I like a 6-1 shot on top in Laurel race 9. I have the 11 Hill Shadow on top at 6-1. The 8 Rip Rap Riley is going to be tough, and the 9 Spicy Meatball could get back in good form at this level. So I go 8, 9, 11 here, Laurel Park race 9, and then Gulfstream race 9. I go with 3 of your favorites there, the 3, 5, 8. Golden Gate race 3, I used the 1, 6. Then Gulfstream race 10, I go with the 5, 8. $72 ticket. Let's take a look here. Big fields at Laurel Park in the first 2 legs of the Stronach 5. We've had some scratches. We'll tell you who they were. Race 8, we're going 6 furlongs, claiming 5,000 filly mares, 3 and up. Never won 3 lifetime or straight 3-year-old fillies. Take out the 2, the Bay Express. The 3 Looking Perfect is scratch, and the 4 Determined Mission is scratch, and also the 10 Boom Boom Gone is scratched, and also the 13 Traffic Plan is scratched. So you've had 2, 3, 4, 5 scratches. Still a nice 8-horse field, and we both have the favorite on top, the 11 Lady Kim. We saw Lady Kim earlier with that nice rally to finish a good second behind Midnight Crossing. Let's show you the start of that race on November 21st. Lady Kim did not have the best start. She's breaking from the 2-hole. A little stumble there. Wasn't the biggest stumble, but and that never helps. And she's second to last coming out. Let's see it again. A little stumble like that. That's enough to throw a horse off their game.
Yeah, and it puts you in a little precarious position, especially when you're down inside, Stan. You don't want to get caught in trouble. So you had to take back a little bit further back than what she's really kind of used to doing. But, man, finishes up quite well, makes a bold run at just missing. Once again, this is a 5-time winner. If the 8 or 11 bring their race, they're close to their A game. They are clearly the 2 horses to kind of try to get past in this particular race. I think Lady Kim with a better break. Once again, and Jerry Robb rolling right along. I think she's going to break clean. She'll sit just off some speed and be able to kind of get the jump on Towson. Because Towson, another one, the 8 for Claudio's, another one has trouble at the break. Rank at the start, steady at the start, rank at the start. 3 times in a row. But one thing, her numbers are improving, and this is a little stat that I found. Claudio, Stan, with the last 3 numbers going up at the $5,000 level. How about 12 for 31, 39%, and 21 for 31 in the money? Pretty strong. So 8 or 11 here for me. We're right on it. If anybody maybe pulls this upset, maybe it's Flirtation Walk.
And you get 5 pounds off with the 8 Towson with Victor Rosales aboard the Bug. Victor and Claudio, they're 42% in a positive ROI, but they all have to beat Lady Kim. She's a 3-year-old filly who's won 5 times, taking advantage of the dual condition, going against older. Have never won 3, like Towson's only won 2, but she's a legitimate contender. We both have her second. The 6 Flirtation Walk was in front in the Midnight Crossing Lady Kim race, and then kind of got a little leg weary and finished third, but only has to go 6 furlongs today, and she does have a win on a muddy track, so she might just get loose on the lead with Angel Cruz and try to steal it.
Yeah, she could. Maybe Weekends for Work will try to send it for and even the 5 to the Inside Archery Sensation. Showed some pretty good runaway speed last time out. I know the number's not there, but could be part of that pace flow. But Lady Kim, I mean, she's been solid. She hadn't missed a beat. She overcame some adversity last time. She's going to be a short price.
All right, so we both have a cold 11-8-6 on top there in race 8 to kick off the Stronach 5, leg B of the Stronach 5. Laurel Park, race 9, big field here, going 6 furlongs, and this is one of those races we had earlier. It has 3 conditions here, 3 and up, started for 25 or less, never won 3, or claiming 25, never won 3, or straight 3-year-olds claiming 25,000. Now, we've had a few scratches in here. Take out the 2, factor it in. That was one of your favorites. That horse was 5-2, so the 2 is out. The 6 Belmont Ride is out, and I believe that. And then take out the 12, 13, and the 14. So we've had 5 scratches from this race. Am I right? 5
Yes,
scratches.
that's it.
So we had still a nice 9-horse field in Leg B of the Stronach 5. I have the 11 on top here. Hill Shadow, the 7-year-old son of Macho Uno. Big effort last out for trainer Robin Graham. She's had this horse his whole career. He's a homebred for Mr. and Mrs. Frank P. right up there in northern Baltimore County. Brooks Robinson's good friend, Mr. Frank P. Wright.
Okay.
Hill Shadow last year in 2018 ran a couple decent races with good buyers against 2 other than Allowance Company. Needed a whole year-plus break, came back the early October, needed a race, and then a good third when dropping to 10,000 3 life early November, and stepped up to 16,000 3 life last out, and a nice 4-wide rally, a good second, just got beat a neck, strong 78 buyer speed figure. That puts him right there against this group. Tougher race today. Steps up to the starter 3 life's going to have to fire that 78 once again. 0 for 14, 0 for 15 here at Laurel as far as wins, but it's 9 for 15 in the money. It's 4 for 4 in the money in the off-going with 2 wins. So I'll take a shot here with not going to be 6-1 after the scratches probably, but maybe 4 or 5-1 on the 11 Hill Shadow.
I don't know if anybody's going to jump up and be a really short price, even with all the scratches in the race. But Hill Shadow has improved every start. That was a little bit of tell, a little more experienced rider last time to Forest Bush. That was a tough beat for us. We liked Hill Shadow. And Dig Charlie Dig, go ahead to negative stat, comes up the rail to beat us that day. That stung. But, hey, Hill Shadow, I think, is a user again. I like the 8 Rip Raleigh. Talking again about the conditions, this is a 3-year-old who seems to be getting better and better and has won 4 races. So against a lot of horses eligible for the 3 in life. Let's watch his last race. Yep. Now, granted, it was on the 15th of November where you kind of wanted to be towards the inside, just kind of measuring the speed up front, being coaxed along to hold that position. And once again, had to break from the rail, moved up, has a little steady right there. A little bit of trouble leaving the quarter pole, but ever so determined here is Rip Rap Riley with Jorge Ruiz that afternoon is going to respond to the urging and surge to get up to win, going away by about a length at the wire when it's all said and done. Why not? Just, he's won 3 in a row. Let's go ahead and make it 4 straight this afternoon.
Yeah, he's game. Big game win there. He's won 3 in a row for the new connections. You get 5 pounds off with Avery Wisman and Dale Cap. They're 25% together. So I like the 8. How about the 9 Spicy Meatball? A big second at this level back in November with a 78 buyer. Stepped up to Maryland Bred Allowance Company last out and didn't run very well. This will be the first try on an off track for Spicy Meatball, 3-year-old by Munnings. If we can see that race we saw 2 back, November 17th, a good second to factor it in. Factored in was your morning line favorite in this race that scratched the 2 horses out. So the 9 Spicy Meatball could be live at a decent price here.
Yeah, he's brought you a little bit more speed with the blinkers, right? And if this track gets too sloppy, he might just love it. By Munnings, it was by Speightstown, a Not for Love mare. Man, my instruction would just be send, get clear, and just try to take him wire to wire. I have to use this horse now. I don't have him now, but seeing this track the way it may come up, I'm not going to leave him out of the exactas at all. He had to chase a really fascinating line of numbers, just ran off. Remember last time out, he opened up like 6 or 7 Spicy Meatballs we didn't think could, run with a line of numbers. He made a little move before flattening out against this group. He should just go ahead and send right to the front. He may not look back. Boy, I'd like to have a second chance at my picks, but I'll stick with Rip Rap Riley.
And you have a Dale Cap exacta. You like the other
Mice
Dale Cap runner, the 3 Mice and Men. Stumbled at the start last out, but a sharp win 2 back.
He's got races on his page that work for me. Just once again looking for a little bit of a blow up price in there. But I'm going to spread around definitely in race number 9. I think this is a really tough race, even with the scratches.
All right, that's it. We're out of time. Big 9-race program gets underway at 12:25. Nice carryover in that Rainbow Pick 6 over 13,000. That starts race 4. The Stronach 5 with that guaranteed $100,000 pool. That starts in race 8. We have a muddy track, a little light rain coming down. We'll keep you updated if there's any changes. Dave Robin coming up next with today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.